get there. It's not a live stream anymore, but you don't really have to wait. It's more streamlined than it has been in the past. You can still watch the video portion of the show there. Latest episode of the Bill Squire Show, approaching episode 100. And the latest Poundcake podcast is up there as well. New episode of the Mary Santora Codcast. Mm-hmm. There's still some T's being crossed and I's being dotted.
For hand over fish.
Hand over fish, right. The news just came down that they've sentenced those guys that were convicted in the murder of Ahmaud Arbery. These three guys who shot and killed Ahmaud Arbery in Brunswick, Georgia last year. He was out jogging, and they pulled up alongside him and killed him as a guy named Travis McMichael, along with his dad and a neighbor. All three of them were convicted on a variety of charges, including felony murder. And news just broke that the father and son have been sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. And that the neighbor, who the judge said did demonstrate some remorse in his cooperation with law enforcement, but he was still involved with the murder. So he was sentenced to life with the possibility of parole. Those are the razor-thin margins here when you're sentencing these kinds of capital offenses.
It's just pure evil. Just evil. They tracked that man down.
It's ignorance.
It's beyond ignorance.
No, it's beyond ignorance.
They knew
evil.
that they wanted to kill someone. They didn't want to hurt him. They didn't want to beat him up. They didn't want to humiliate him. They wanted to kill him and then have it on camera.
They went looking for him, or they just happened upon him?
Probably both.
So
I have to admit, I didn't keep. I kind of saw the bylines of this story, but I didn't do as deep a dive on it.
They used very ridiculous reasoning to.
There were robberies.
It's
the same reasoning.
Yeah.
Same thing that the
Trayvon
guy,
Martin,
Trayvon,
while black.
There's been robberies in this neighborhood. There's robberies in every neighborhood, even exclusive ones. There's going to be robberies. Oh, well, they were black. Yeah, there's a lot of black people. What about all the white people that are robbing and killing? You don't track them down and kill them. No. So it's evil. That it wouldn't even be a thought in my mind to be like, I'm gonna.
To see somebody jogging and then be like, well, that's obviously the person that
must be
is
and
doing these robberies, because you're thinking, there's.
Let's not hold him down and
running.
Call the police.
Yeah.
Let's tie him, drag him, and then shoot him.
I thought, Cody, you were going to say there wouldn't be a thought in your mind to go jogging in Brunswick, Georgia.
He's not going to go jogging anywhere.
Especially in Brunswick, Georgia. The trap, the South.
Okay, well, yeah, but not all of the South is like that. I mean, the South might be...
It has that reputation.
Well, historically, it is more tolerant of some of those things.
You have to be very...
There are plenty of people in the South who are not like that.
You have to be very self-aware, and I understand my light privilege, because they would assume, oh, you're a master son. They would...
I thought when you said, I was like, Mexican?
Nope.
Assume that you're a Mexican?
They would assume I'm a master son. I'm a bastard child, but a master son nonetheless. No, it's just evil. And
Brunswick, Georgia is like a seaside community.
Outside Savannah?
It's on the coast. It's on the Atlantic coast. It's like an hour or so north of Jacksonville. I thought it was going to be like dead center Georgia, some little town that, again, I didn't really pay that close attention to. I know that was happening and it was going on for a while. But
I hate seeing. I didn't even realize they were doing the sentencing today, because I didn't see anything on my Twitter timeline. But
it just broke.
Thankfully, I didn't see anybody defending these men. I'm sure there were probably some, but on my timeline, even my white Republican friends were like, nah.
These guys are murderers.
You can't just murder someone in broad daylight and then be mad that they caught it on tape. They were mad.
Oh, right, because another guy filmed it, or one of the guys in their group filmed it?
I think one of the guys in their group filmed it, but
because they were going to keep it because it got out.
Yeah, and the law enforcement in that area was trying to cover it up.
Overlooked it. They were like, "Oh, this is not
consequential." They didn't originally charge them with anything, and then that video got out, and they're like, "Oh, okay, we gotta."
Oh, I see.
So they weren't
charge this.
They weren't upset that they saw the video. They were mad that we saw the video.
Exactly. Yeah.
They're like, we had this. We were gonna take it. It's essentially like having a moose And I don't know, do mooses have antlers?
Or just moose.
But a moose up on the wall.
I think moose.
So it's not mooses.
Oh.
No, but that's all. That's always the case, though, isn't it? Whether it's murder or something else, people aren't necessarily sorry they did it. They're sorry that they got caught.
Yeah. Murder.
But these guys only got charged with murder because other people saw the video. Like, they weren't even going to. The law enforcement in that area was not going to charge them until
there was a public
outrage, and they go, okay, now we got to do something.
Well, and I guess, listen, I was making my own assumptions because those guys that are now going to spend their lives in prison, they look like a trio of hill rods to me, but everybody's telling me that this is like a really nice private island type community. So these guys were like, well, why is there a young black guy jogging around here? He shouldn't be there. Obviously, you know that's where their head is.
And he could have
But
been
just
anything.
looking at those guys before they'll invariably clean these guys up when they go to court. But like, their mugshots, they just look like some hill rods. So I just figured this is in the middle of nowhere.
But that's the thing. They just see a black man. He could have been anyone. I have met black doctors. I have met black
Cliff Huxtable.
Black billionaire sons. Like they're.
What black billionaire's son do you know?
I said I have met them. I didn't say I know them.
Who did you meet?
No, I don't remember.
He had to sign an NDA.
I'm just saying
It's NWA, Bill.
just because they're black doesn't mean they don't have no friends or no one cares about them. Like they're that's somebody's son, and you think it's not going to get out that he went missing?
But they're not applying any kind of logical thought to that situation.
But my whole point is, how could you not? You're in a seaside community. Obviously, you must have.
Because they're acting purely on aggression and emotion, which always gets you into trouble.
Throw them
Because what
out.
do I say, Mary?
Emotion is the lowest form of consciousness.
That's right.
I had to think. I was like, God, you say a lot of
That's
things.
right. Boy, you say a lot of things on this talk show, but you did
so
say
many
that.
hours a day.
Also, breaking news that I don't know how I feel about it. Alan, that bastard Dick from Dayton was just on Cincinnati radio trash talking the Browns.
I don't believe that. Dick from Dayton would never trash talk a Cleveland sports team.
Why not? He lives he's Dayton adjacent. That's probably more. Isn't Dayton more Bengals territory than
Definitely.
Okay.
But he's always calling
'cause he
like,
doesn't-
"Oh, go Browns!"
Yeah, but the
Right,
Browns
but
are
he
playing the
doesn't think
Bengals
I'm-
this week.
That's right. He doesn't
And the
think I'm gonna
Bengals
find
are
out.
the top dog right now, so
Yep.
he's,
Call him.
Yeah, he's no, it's all right. We don't have to talk to him.
Call him and find out what he's doing.
Maybe his allegiances are
Shifting.
quarter Bengal.
He's a quarter Bengal.
Yeah. All right. Cavaliers are on the West Coast tonight if you want some Cleveland basketball. 10 o'clock tonight, they'll play the Portland Trail Blazers. And then Sunday night, 8:30, a little bit earlier, they'll play the Warriors of Golden State, who are a very good basketball team. That's right. Ding. They're a very good basketball team. Police had the video from day one, and then people outside saw the video months later on that Ahmaud Arbery case.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the police weren't really pursuing it.
Mm. One of the guys was ex-law enforcement, is why they got away. Mm-hmm. Yeah, again, I didn't, and I hate to say it, there's just cases like that are so frequent that I just don't do deep dives on all of them, But I did see, and I don't know how I saw it. Maybe because we were home and it was live when they got their verdict read. They ran that live. I remember seeing that. That's got to be tough, man. If you've been accused of a capital offense, that half second where you don't know, before they read the verdict, we the jury find the defendant. And there's that pause, and you don't. I mean, you probably have a pretty good idea.
We, the jury, find a defendant. What's it gonna be?
You're never going to believe it. That we'll be right back with the jury's verdict.
Murder.
She wrote. Yeah. They thought the video exonerated them, and that's why they showed it. Well, somebody must have thought that it was pretty incriminating if somebody sat on it and it didn't make it out publicly for a little while longer, but I don't know.
I'm not seeing anything about this case. Where'd you find it, Bill?
Well, I get the news alerts from down the hall, and they just broke the news down there. That
I don't know. I just saw it on Twitter.
Yeah.
My Twitter's just full of like shirtless dudes. I don't get no news. It's like, this is your news.
His phone can't even
News, not
handle.
news, yeah.
It's not in my algorithm. It's just like D's and abs. This is what we're going to show you.
my God.
You don't get any news. The world is burning.
This
but
is why
here's
Poundcake
more.
doesn't know what's going on
So
because
true.
his phone
It's
is
so true.
unable to load news stories
my
and
internet.
current
Timeline
events.
is curated
It's my internet.
differently.
Like, if
We're all
it-
using the same internet right
It's gotten
now.
to the point now where I'm not even following these hoes. Like, I'm not even following these shirtless hoes. It's like, because you follow this, and this, we're going to show you this hoe. I'm like, I don't follow this dude. Let me see some news. Nope, we're going to show you this hoe first. Go ahead and like it. And I'm like, okay. I'm a sucker and I hate it because it's not even people I follow. How am I supposed to stop that? Am I just supposed to unfollow all the people I have?
Listen,
Start over, yeah.
everyone cultivates their own social media environment, right? People that complain like, all I see is bad news. You cultivate your own experience. Like,
All I see is
we've
hoes.
talked about this before. On social media, I don't see that stuff because I'm following like artists and special effects guys
following
and
artists, too.
you know what I mean?
Mine's like a lot of fitness, like a lot of before and after pictures. So many cats. And, God, just an obnoxious amount of cat videos.
On shoes and boobs.
Yeah. I know boobs, no tattooed
There's
guys,
nothing.
nothing like that. It's mostly like fitness, comedy, and cats is what my stuff
And then
is.
more recently, more Spider-Man stuff.
So Bill's is Spider-Man, shoes, and boobs.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mine's
So if somebody did some fan fiction or fan art of Spider-Man with huge boobs
And a pair
and
of
some Air
Jordans.
Force Ones,
Yeah.
yep,
I'll probably see it. Yeah.
he's gonna see it.
Give me a comedian cat who is talking about their weight loss. That'd be what mine would be.
This fall on Fox, Comedian Cat. Right. Comedian Cat. Alan, it's trending number 2. Tell Poundcake he's a moron. Poundcake, you're a moron. It's trending.
Moron.
You just heard him explain. He's got a good defense here, unlike those 3 guys. His entire algorithm is jammed up with abs and D,
Yeah.
and he can't keep up on current events.
If I go to trending, then yeah, I the point is I have to search for it. I don't get breaking news. It doesn't just pop up on my Twitter timeline. It says so and so has posted to OnlyFans. You log on and check this out. Like, I get that stuff. I don't get any news. Like,
Listen, it's not the worst bubble that a human being can live in.
it's just hoes.
There's in Poundcake's defense, there's nothing great out there beyond that, right? Nothing good is going on right now.
This OnlyFans star is celebrating their birthday. Go tip them and say hello. I'm like, no.
I think anybody who read, at least on this show, I think anybody who might have seen this story immediately thought of Poundcake, where they did this study and said that people who are obsessed with celebrities are quantifiably dumber. They're just less intelligent people.
I did see this.
People who are obsessed
And
with
I immediately
celebrities
thought of Poundcake.
score lower on measures of cognitive ability. So they're like, it just impairs your cognitive functioning if you are obsessed with celebrities and what they're doing. And so, in a way, he has insulated himself from a lot of awful things, also a lot of good things, but he's cultivating his own experience, which is dongs and abs and dudes and celebrity updates of no consequence whatsoever. But, he can't find Ahmaud Arbery on his news feed.
I may be dumb, but I'm smart enough to realize that this is all correct. This is all true.
I'm not dumb enough to argue.
See, but something like this to me, when I read something like that, I always feel a little bit, it's got to be kind of the tail wagging the dog, because it seems more likely to me the people who are already dumber are just way more into celebrities. Because they're not going to be poring over the, Journal of the American Medical
I
Association.
can agree with that because it's escapism. I just
You
know.
just don't want to worry about your own BS for a while.
I just know for me, I like to see beautiful people because there have been times where I don't feel so beautiful. So I'm like, if I was, Shawn Mendes, if
Who?
I was
Shawn Mendes.
Pop
Pop artist.
Maluma, like if
Who?
I was,
That one I don't know.
oh my gosh, you
Isn't
don't-
he the one in the new J-Lo movie?
Yes, marry me.
All right.
And I want him to
No,
marry me.
thank you. I was just wanting to talk about the J-Lo movie. Okay.
I thought that was that skin cancer.
Maloma. Yeah.
Melanoma.
That was tequila and grapefruit. It was.
Oh, Paloma.
Yummy. No, I know why Poundcake wants me to marry him. I just don't have any.
I do have a huge penis.
Fine. That holds no sway for me.
Really, it doesn't?
I don't know how many times I have to tell
It
you.
would make you think of me different.
Why would it make you think? Why would it make me think of you differently?
After I know people have giant D's, I treat them differently.
You don't treat me differently.
I've never seen your D. If
Well, take it from me.
I was like, you say, but I don't know for sure. If I know
No,
for sure.
I don't say. Every person I've ever been with says. I don't say. Mary, I'm far too humble
Hey.
to say anything like that.
I'll be in this
right?
bitch doing logs.
Do what you need to do. Yeah, Cody.
Logs.
I'm like,
That's
Alan,
all you have to do.
That's what my ex called it.
Listen, if you want productivity out of this guy, just slip him a little.
present them
Just
to
a little looky loo.
Come to work in a pair of gray sweatpants
Yeah.
with no underwear.
There you go.
There you go.
And then all of a sudden, he's the model employee that we've been looking for all these years.
No, because you
dialed
got
in.
no, because wouldn't just be one time. He would want regular.
One time would suffice.
I would no, please. You have a phone full of pictures of other people?
that's
When
not in
has
person.
one time sufficed or suffused?
been-
in your case,
There's been plenty of straight boys that all they had to do was wear their sweatpants, and they pull this move, they pull the they do the stretch.
where you put your hips forward.
I've seen
The stretch.
everything above their belly button down to their crotch. I'm like, all right, I can deal with this. All right, Dylan, you need me to carry your books. If you want to spit on me, I'll be like, okay.
Ew.
Shut
up, Poundcake.
Alan, you could have been spitting on him this whole time.
And I won't complain about it.
You could have been.
It's BD energy. It just boils my blood different.
Boils my blood. All right. Those Georgia murderers also face federal hate crime charges for which they will get another life sentence. Ooh. Hey, look at that. I like when people get multiple life sentences, like it's just legal bookkeeping at that point. They got to charge them with something.
And then when you get like
Your life plus 1 day.
or they do 110 years, they'd be like, but you didn't get life. I'm like, you might as well just say life. But like, no, technically you just got 110 years.
Yeah, that must just be
I think that's more
differences
of a
in sentencing laws and things like that. Yeah.
He got his sentence reduced, by the way, down to 10 years.
Who did?
The truck driver that
Oh,
was
yeah,
sentenced
yeah,
to
I saw-
110
yeah.
years.
Yep.
Still think that's ridiculous.
That he got so much or so little?
So much.
Yeah. Well, because the company they said had a history of brakes failing or something, or
Well, when he gets out, sue the company. But they have the money right now. They're probably like, here, shh.
Alan, just to clarify, Dick said Bengals 27, Browns 10. And
Yeah,
the
I
Bengals,
would
Not
agree
really
with
talking
that.
smack.
and
yeah.
the Bengals are going all the way. Yeah, but even when the Browns stink, he's never once told us here that the Browns will lose.
Right.
Not
I think
once.
it's going to be a tough one, guys, but
Yeah,
we could pull it out.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's a booster.
Yeah, he called us
not a guy
every-
who's a bandwagon jumper on the Cincinnati Bengals.
He called us every game for the 0-16 season. Is like, I think this is the game where they turn it around.
Yep.
So,
Hey! Did Bill get the new Jordan 1s that dropped?
yeah.
There you go.
Was it from last week? Yeah.
He did. Yeah. Well, I don't keep track of them. So that's just somebody text that. Why don't you text about Spider-Man or boobs? Of course, he's got the Jordan 1s.
Duh.
Yep. Celebrities exist 100% because of stupid people. Somebody said.
No, celebrities
I don't
exist
think-
because of movies.
Yeah. So I think
And music
celebrity
and comedy.
You have to
and-
explain.
the notion of celebrity has absolutely changed, but celebrities aren't willed into existence because of stupid people.
Unless they're saying that everyone who goes to the movies or sees a band play or attends a live show is stupid.
Well, and also all those people aren't famous or celebrities. Plenty of people are doing movies and playing on stages that aren't celebrities.
There's a lot of celebrities.
No, there are. I'm just saying there's plenty of bands playing through all the time
And
where you couldn't pick them out of a lineup if you.
Celebrity means different things to different people. Oh. Seriously. Don't clap at me like that. Rip your fingers off.
Mary,
These
get a
fingers?
hold of those emotions.
Oh, come on. What did I tell you? Uh-huh. All right.
Whatever. 9
It's
short
also-
ones over 1 long one?
Just gonna rip off my fingers.
I'll rip off 9 short fingers and leave you 1 long one. 9
also-
short ones over 1 long one. You pick your
Thank you.
longest one and it can
Yep.
stay attached.
Well, that Lou Groza, he had one big toe, right? Isn't that what you said?
His whole foot was a
His
toe.
whole foot was a toe. I got a break. You want to text for anything? 35192. You can listen wherever you are on the iHeartRadio app.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.